via PA. The scene a few moments ago. Here it is.
That's why I
it's
just got the stadium. I have to make my stadium
both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
Put it on the
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I put the yellow uniforms and it comes red.
I said kick this shit.
Fielding about a yard deep.
I say kick. Those two whoever's the ball.
Yeah, right. Every time we play, I get the shit first. Throw a fucking pick. Oh shit, fumble. You score. I'm down a fucking.
Yeah, sure. And you were grounding and pounding and doing the same shit, huh?
Here we go. Here we go. What's this done? Mike 56.
Boston Scott, his first carry.
Already.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Already what, bro?
28 yards on the ground. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Under 10, 10.
Oh, fucked up.
56, Mike 56, right there. 15.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. 180.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
What are we gonna do?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120. Be ready.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Waste some time. This easy 3. Take it.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Oh, the looks. So I forgot about this. Yeah, we good.
To the opposition there. Haywood? You gotta make that, baby.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins over the middle, complete. That's Hines. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Work on me, baby. Okay, then Tatum. That's where you want to break.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins, and that's complete. It's Sims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards on the first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, Justin was
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. Let's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent
They got
focus.
tackled you. They gave you the animation. Why wasn't the animation to run backwards? To drive you backwards. Lost the yards. What?
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You're good. You're not by insane.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Brett, swing that shit, Brett. Woo!
180. Two jet. 3 bar. 56 the mark, boys. 50. Hey, Steve 6.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Wentz now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A third down gain of 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Scott.
Oh, I didn't zoom. I fucked
A
up.
3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard.
Sorry.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
The pylon, bro.
Now Wentz will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he's going to surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from a yard out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Tell me why.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sponge! No!
Now a give, right side. It's Scott.
God, you don't want to do today,
with a
baby.
1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get into the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got your juke up to 90-something.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. You go 9-9. 55. Hey, Zoo. Eat. Watch the twist. Mike.
Working from the gun. Wentz got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Scott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, box truck. Take 4. Kill.
On second down now, it's Scott, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I was trying to practice shows on earlier. I just tried it out this morning. I wasn't going to go fast.
Go. 180! Sunday! Mike 56,
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Why is that even fucking big?
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Second down, Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Oh my God.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Haskins on third down. And he finds McLaurin. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From midfield now, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Haskins to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a give, right side. Lambert, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins.
Why is he throwing the
He goes
ball?
down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
What? What?
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a game of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Now Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins' 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now Wentz will keep it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it. For the 3rd quarter action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch out. Sunday. Motion. Reset. Here we go.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Man, they on the freaking airball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Dude, still got the band on his arm? Dude, he rocked that for Kobe. Just rocked all the time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Fucking gun. This game is crazy.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Hey, turn it up. Undercrush.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
What was Whiteside doing taking jump shots?
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Trey 15, Trey 15. 56 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Fielded at about the 28. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Got out to vacation.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll line up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert 3. Check 9, check 9.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I need to refit my thing in the game. I don't know why you thought the game tired. You get a little time off and big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check. What?
4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now.
What it was, baby.
There on 4th down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone.
On that.
Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis His second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On second down, it's Scott, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No.
Here's Scott. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Goodness.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Sanders. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I'm just trying to get this dub, man.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Saints. Fucking 3 other teams.
Switch it. Come on.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Scott. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
You got Saints next?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Scott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So fly, Eagles, fly.